Welcome to YLL. It's your girl Jazz Young,
And it's your boy Nelly Nails.
and we're back with another one. Hey y'all. So first and foremost, before I even get started, I just want to apologize to you guys because I haven't been on the mic for a minute. But I just been down and out, and I'll probably talk about that later. But I just been down and out, but happy down and out. You ever just been like happy?
It's always you that have to have some type of complex situation going on.
No, because there's nothing to be down about, right? So it's like I've been like it's just sad, but I couldn't tell you what was making me sad because I felt like there was nothing to be sad about. So it's like, yeah, I just been down. I haven't been motivated, but since Thanksgiving, being with family and just getting closer to the new year and figuring out what I want to do and how I'm doing it. I'm in good spirits. I don't think I ever really left those good spirits, but I'm
Good.
I'm more motivated, in a mood to like let's chat, let's talk, let's do all those good things. So that's where I am at the moment. But how are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
Glad you back on track.
Yeah.
My Thanksgiving was very short. This was the first year that I've had to like work the day after. Normally, I had to work in the office, so I couldn't even really, cut up. Normally, I take Thursday off, Friday off. I be down the way all weekend, so I had to come right back. So I literally just hit the one house and I came back home. Normally, I do my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, my best friend down there, go see the kids. And on my way back, may stop in, see my friend on the way back up here. But I couldn't do it. So, yeah, it was good. How was yours?
Mine was good. Just a great time. I was at my mama's house in Maryland.
Did y'all do seafood again?
Yeah, not again. This was...
Oh, I thought y'all did seafood before. Or maybe that was Christmas. One of them times y'all did seafood, and that was right
My
there.
mom just randomly likes to do random seafoods. Yeah.
Because we love a seafood now.
Yeah, so, but this time she had stuffed lobster with like lump crab meat.
You got on your laugh.
No,
I know
first of all...
I know it's a week later, right?
First of all, it's
That sound good.
But that's what she had. And we had all the typical Thanksgiving foods. But she did have the lobster, and then she had the peel and eat shrimp with cocktails. She had the seafood salad. We had shrimp pasta salad. So we added a little bit more seafood.
Yeah.
But majority of it, we had turkey wings, turkey necks. They had a full turkey, and then we had every side you could think about. But just a good time being with family. Definitely a much needed time. I should say. So I'm happy that it was needed. It came.
But what did you contribute?
What you mean?
What did you cook? What was your portion?
I made the mac and cheese.
Okay.
But I say but because the mac and cheese did not turn out
the way you want it.
Yeah, first and foremost, the noodles was like over here slow cooking. So my mom and I'm like, well, you put too much noodles in there. And I'm like, but I was telling y'all that like after like 20 minutes.
Something was
and
wrong.
It wasn't given what I felt like it should have been given. I was like, the noodles is not cooking. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, let's just take some out. Oh, no, it's all right. But then y'all want to complain, so
they think they know everything.
Yeah, so like at first I'm like, no, I'm saying it's not cooking, but they're telling me it's cooking. I'm like, so the mac and cheese did not turn out the way it should.
What was the noodles was just
it
wrong.
was just like
the consistency.
The consistency, it
okay.
just wasn't a noodle anymore in a sense. Like once you bake it and you after mixing it with so many different cheeses and it's all that, it just became, I think, mushy more. So you really couldn't take they couldn't taste nothing.
Just a bunch of cheese.
They said they couldn't even taste the cheese, but yet it was a bunch of cheese in it. So I think they just kind of like everything was just soaked up into one. I don't know. So it didn't turn, but I've made that mac and cheese like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and it worked out perfectly. But also the noodles was cooked.
So you're because I was having a conversation with my family, and I'm like, the cousins, as in like my generation, we're gonna start. It's only like 4 of us on my mom's side, and I'm like, we need to start, carrying. Like, you know, now my cousin, he did the chicken and dumplings last year, and they were good, but he didn't do no chicken dumplings this year. It was no chicken and dumplings at all, so I was kind of sad. But that was his thing. I think my cousin, she'll do a mashed potato and like a yam, but she didn't do that this year. And you know, so I was thinking like, what is my gonna be? You know, I cook. Don't get it fucked up.
Period.
But not like that to be doing all that. So, but I did. You know, I was like 2026. I said I'm going to have a dish. You know, I'm Arab because you know, in like a family, who the person that whoever brings whatever is the best that. You know, out of the family that, you know, somebody has the mac and cheese, somebody has the, you know, the chicken, somebody, you know, everybody has their things. So I'm trying to find my thing.
Well, see, my thing every year is the mac and cheese.
Yeah, okay, so that's yours. Okay.
Like I said, I changed the ingredients. I changed how I cooked it. However, it just didn't come out the way. I also made the shrimp pasta salad.
Okay. So do you feel like that's gonna be your two things?
The people loved it.
So that's gonna be your two things then.
Well, probably not shrimp. It's not always probably gonna be shrimp pasta salad. Most times it's probably just gonna be regular pasta salad. But those are probably gonna be my two things. But I can cook anything. I can cook everything on the menu.
But what is your like? What you really coming with?
I can come with
You're here's the thing. You're not.
But I can.
But what you know how like the dancer though, like she was like, I want the baddest heifers on the floor. Which one? What is your baddest heifer?
My mom cooks everything.
But she not always. She shouldn't have to all the time.
But my point is, highs and keys, I could cook everything.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think mine is gonna be. I've been asking people what they feel like I should.
And you don't cook nothing for nobody. For them to say.
Well, when I say give suggestions, is what is the least amount of work, least amount of dishes, least amount of time, least amount of. People was telling me yams. They was like, "Oh, now you could use it." I don't eat salad though, like that.
No, like a salad. Like you ask for the easiest thing, a salad.
That's My family don't eat salads on Thanksgiving.
So they don't eat like a pasta salad, seafood salad.
But I don't eat that though. Okay. It has to be something I eat.
Personally, I don't think yams is easy unless you're talking about like people talking about get the canned yams.
Everybody was everybody was saying like they feel like I could do it.
I think you can make anything you put your mind to.
I can't do mac and cheese.
You can.
I'm not cleaning no greens and all that. I'm not certain stuff I'm not doing. Like
don't say you can't do it. Say you're not doing it. Saying you can't do it says you cannot put your mind to it to make it happen.
Okay, so
I don't believe that.
What do you think I'm going to do besides a salad? Something that I eat that you could see me doing and be like, oh, okay, Arnell can do this now. And don't take too long to answer because then I'm gonna get offended.
No, like some meat because you like to eat meat, so I feel like you know how to season a meat. Mm-hmm. So like you cook a meat.
Like what?
Turkey wings.
I do love it. That's
turkey.
That's I need something low level. Turkey wings is no.
But if you know how to cook it, and you know when you cook it, it's good.
I'll do mashed potatoes.
Okay, I'm gonna say the shit. Then bring some rice.
we don't really like have rice like that. We be having mashed potatoes. Okay, so I'll do the mashed potatoes.
Make some mash because I'm about to say like you should make whatever you. Food to me when you're cooking it comes from the heart. You cook it from the heart. You're having fun. You enjoying it. I do like. I really be talking as I'm like yeah. As I'm stirring it up, I'll be talking to the food.
I think that's also for somebody who likes to cook. Not everybody likes to cook, but some people can't cook.
I would say I like more home cooked meals. I prefer a home cooked meal.
So you feel like that's why you cook it because it'll be in the middle of the week and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm cooking greens and ham hocks and oh yeah, I'm doing
because I'm in the mood for this and I can't find it nowhere. I'm gonna just make it myself. Like that's how I am. So like, yeah. So I just feel like I don't like cooking because it comes with cleaning. Like,
but I do feel like you. I think you like cooking. I think you like cooking. You may not like cleaning up after, but I do feel like you.
I like a home cooked meal. That's my favorite type of food.
Cooking.
If somebody says, "Hey, I have steak and lobster at home," and then hey, you can go to Ruth Chris for a steak and lobster, I'm gonna pick the steak and lobster at home.
Okay.
Because I just feel like it comes with more like like just love, you
And
know,
labor.
love labor, but just really like, you know what's going in it. You are allowed to add some flavor to it. You just get to enjoy. I enjoy the aspect of, like, I will say, a home cooked meal. Now, do I like to always cook it? No. I think I get into lazy mode. But if I know I'm cooking for people, somebody's helping me cook, oh, let's do it. Let's knock it out. Like, let's go to the store, let's buy the ingredients, let's knock it out. I'd rather do that anytime.
Yeah, you do like cooking with people.
Yeah, because the food just tastes better. Home cooked food is going to beat out any store bought food ever. I don't care what nobody say. I'll put that on every.
You'll die on the hill about that.
Yes, me and Jesus. You heard me.
All right.
Yeah. But with that being said, just a quick catch up with us. Did you update your phone?
I did like 2 days ago.
I don't got no storage.
So I'll say this, because I have been seeing some. I haven't really dug into, like, I just did it just to hurry up and do it, and I just, I haven't been paying attention. The first thing I did notice, though, which is a little bit of controversy, is like the photo situation. Ooh. The way they've organized, like our photo app, like just how, how like before, you have your album, and, I got like an album of like your recents, and they had like, the screenshot, just how it was organized before. And now it's like, you have to really think of it. You have to look around, and just it's very different. I will say that I haven't really dug into too much about what the updates have done, but I did hear about, and like when I be like, I'm just noticing like little things.
I might say I didn't update my phone, so I don't know what it looks like. Yo, I cannot stand this stand, and it's pissing me off.
You gotta tighten it up.
It is tightened. I feel like I gotta put it all the way up here, and it's gonna
really get.
Yeah, then it's gonna wind up all the way back down. Like now I gotta talk like this.
Something don't have that grip, but it's like I just am randomly looking at just random things I notice, and I'm like, okay, that's different. Okay, that's different. Okay, cool. But it's like the photo thing.
Yeah, I didn't update it, so I don't really know what it looks like. Yeah, I didn't get the pleasure of doing it. I don't have enough storage in my thing. I also forgot, y'all. I slipped my finger. I slipped my thumb.
Oh my god!
Like, look, I'm gonna show you right now. It's healing. It's healing. Right? You see it?
Oh yeah. What was inspired from chopping up all that stuff on Thanksgiving?
No, so I was trying to actually help my cousin fix his bottle, and I put my hand in the thing. But mind you, like, I didn't realize it was, like, really sharp. And I was doing this, trying to, like, push it down. And as I was doing this, I was just... That, like, this is actually closed a little bit. Like, it's definitely healing. Mm-hmm. This was, like, low-key, when I pulled it back, I low-key feel like I can see my little bone. Yeah.
So that was a deep wound. Yeah. You might get a little stitch.
Well, they do say they put stitches in your fingers. Because it's better, like easier and quicker for it to heal.
Fast, yeah.
Because it's closed, and it's like, yeah, but your girl, y'all. So, but I didn't get to do the update. I'm sorry for the detour, but I didn't get to do the update. But one part of the updates that I noticed that a lot of people were talking about was the call recording. Like, you can now record your calls. I
heard something about that, but I heard that the person knows.
Yeah, it says this call is being recorded type of thing.
Wow.
Like, they
See, a lot of people didn't know that at first. They found it out as they went along.
Well, they have to. You have to notify. So, like, apps like that, like, so Zoom, right? When you push record on Zoom, it says this meeting is being recorded. Every, like, type of platform has to do that. Now, of course, if it's just me and you on the phone, and then, like, I record it outside of, like, Apple, I still probably should tell you, because some states have laws against recording people without their knowledge. So it's just like companies like
phone calls or like video
recording, like, without their knowledge.
Just
in general. Yeah. Like, if you like, people can sometimes sue, like, companies and stuff. They post their photos without their knowledge, but you have to make sure you never signed anything. that actually gave them the right to record and do whatever. So usually when we sign waivers, or it'll tell you like when you buy tickets to events, it'll say for like photography will be used, and it's being used. So if you don't want to be used, in a sense, don't buy a ticket. You know, companies have to do that. You have to tell people that, because
I need to get me a lawyer.
Yeah, some people you can't. Yeah, so
I think there's some recordings out there of me that I don't know about.
What you gonna be like Drake and sue?
For sure.
like let's make that make sense. But yeah, so I just feel like we gotta watch out for this technology. Honestly, it's like technology is becoming more and more part of our lives, and people are having more and more access, more and more resources, and they're growing in their knowledge. And it's just like one of these days, technology is really gonna swoop us all up.
Yeah, because the robots are already here.
Bro.
You saw the one on Kai's stream. Then Kim Kardashian took a picture with one in a car, and it looked like a nigga. Like the way that it was a nigga robot. It was like black for sure.
Can it just be a black robot? Why gotta be a NIGGA?
No, because he was the way he was sitting.
Why does it have to be like that?
That wasn't a regular black. See, look. Look at the way he said. That's the NIGGA, honey.
Listen, I lead the robots. I'm like Will Smith and iRobot. I don't want. I'm good. I don't want them. I don't need them. But y'all just watch out for technology first and foremost. Another little thing that I saw, which I'm really excited, looking forward to 2025, is the soap opera. So apparently it's gonna be a black.
Okay, no, I did
a black soap opera on CBS. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be on daytime TV, where the soap opera is supposed to be, and it's called Beyond the Gates. So I'm excited about that. Like, I really cannot wait.
And I can actually watch that because I'll be at home.
Yeah, I just want to have the ability to be like, I'm watching my stories with my like coffee that I don't
and
drink.
As like grown people.
Yes,
because we've never, no stories has really ever premiered, like where we could see it from the beginning as an adult. You know, by the time we was watching stories, honey, they was on for 20, 30 years. Oh, like, this is gonna be crazy.
I'm excited. Like, I was like, ooh, I can have my little coffee. I don't drink coffee, so my tea, or just like,
but you'll be at work.
My water. And
you see them people. That's what them.
We got DVRs. You can record it. I can watch it when I get off from work. Yeah. I don't gotta watch it when everybody else is watching. I just gotta watch it that day. It's probably only gonna be 30 minutes, like a soap opera is anyway.
I hope that this really, like, you know, really resets, not really resets a culture, really just adds on to the soap culture period. Because, I mean, when we talk about soap operas, and because I haven't really seen them in years,
I think they're still on too.
I think so too. I haven't really seen them in years. I think the last time I was really watching them, you know, of course my grandparents was, you know, here and, you know, everything. But I think that it would hopefully add on a different sector of, or just grab a different demographic for soap operas.
Well, it's a black soap opera. So,
so it's automatically going to be, because we don't have no.
We've never had one.
Yeah.
So this is like a moment where we can really say, these are our stories and this is what we're watching.
But how do you feel like it's going to do? Because here's the thing. You know, traditionally soap operas are, you know, white, and black people, you know, they in our households, we love a soap no matter what.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, do you feel like the same viewer numbers will be coming in from the whites?
I think because it's on CBS, right? And it's on...
So unprofessional.
And my phone is on, leave me alone, so... Yeah, it was my mama, though. If she called me back, I might have to answer it. It might be an emergency. But no, it's... I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's on CBS. So, you know, like show, like when your show is on like a CBS, a NBC, and ABC, you're probably gonna get traction.
Yeah, people gonna watch
off
regardless.
the merits of the fact that it's on these type of stations. So that I think that's what makes it good. And then I also think that if it's black anything, that means the whites loved it, because these networks are ran by white people. They got to enjoy watching it themselves,
and they think it's a need.
They might think it's a need. They may find it to be lucrative, bring more people to their station. Everything is about money, so they have to see some form of benefit of money, where it's like, yeah, nah, it has to be on CBS. Or they could just be like, hey, this never happened, so let's be the first to do it. That too. Either way, I think that because it's on because it's on a type of network that I think it has all types of viewers, all different types of demographics. Everyone is always willing to try a new show. Soap operas always need a new one to come out. She did call me back, y'all.
Okay, I'll carry it. So I just wonder, like, what is it gonna like give though? Like, because is it gonna give like ball? Is it gonna be like really high class black people? Like, hi, my name is Barbara. I live behind the gates and I have no problems in the world, and I've never been to Crenshaw Boulevard. Like, or is it gonna give like variety? So I'm interested to see how they do it.
She didn't want nothing.
Okay.
She just wanted to make sure I saw her get her little award from work. She won some individual award at work. Heiseki, she said she won every award that the Department of Transportation to give. I
know that's right.
So she told them they need to create a new one so she can win it.
Period.
But yeah, so what did you say? I'm sorry, I was
saying I'm interested to see what it's gonna give as far as like the plot, as far as what the characters are gonna give. Like, are they gonna give like,
oh, that's what you was doing on that.
Like, hi, my name is Barbara and I don't have any issues with anything. I'm sleeping with so many people. Or is it gonna give like variety?
That's what I'm saying. That sounded like the Hey Barbara sort of thing. So like you're trying to it's like a reality show.
I want to see how they're going to depict black people on this show.
Well, I would hope it's black people. Well, the cast is black.
They are the
cast is black.
I wonder what type of personality black they're going to portray.
They're gonna give it a little bit of everything.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give a little bit of everything. Another thing that's coming out in 2025 is the Sean Bell. If you don't remember him, years ago, about 20 years ago, he was killed the night before his wedding, leaving his bachelor party, and they're coming out with a 3-part series about that night and life after.
On Netflix?
There hasn't been.
Oh,
yeah, it was just like the family's been working on it.
Okay,
Which I think is a story that, just like how we got the Fruitvale Station movie, I think it's a story that, if you don't know, this is why people say police brutality, police just killing innocent black people has always been a thing, because this happened in like I think 2004, 2002. Like, this happened years ago, and I could be mistaken about the year.
I mean, I know that the Fruitvale Station thing, that was in the early
Sean Bell
2009.
Okay, so Sean Bell was before this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just what I say about the mic.
Oh wow, you called it.
Like,
I feel like, did you switch the mics?
No,
because I felt like this one used to do that to me, but somehow I don't do it no more.
No, I need to probably send it back and saying it's the form, because I can't figure it out.
Not the form.
It's the form. I'm gonna have to hold it like this. So if y'all see me if y'all ask me if y'all see me holding a mic like this, it's because it keep falling up and down, and I just can't take it no more.
You know what gets on my nerves, low key, that you just did.
What?
When people on social media, I notice it's like a not a tick, but a ick for me. How okay, say I'm making a video on TikTok, and like I'm about to talk about like my hair or like a story or something that happened to me. It's gonna always be people always be like, "Oh, y'all, excuse my hair or excuse my nails. I know I ain't get them done." Or everybody always prefaces that, and it's like we wasn't even looking at that until you said something. So now I'm about to look at your cracked up nails. I'm about to look at your lace that's lifted up because you said, "Oh, y'all, excuse my lace. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow." "Oh, y'all, excuse my nails. I'm getting them done tomorrow, child." Like, and then go over the story like, it's okay, like. Move on. Like that really gets on my nerve. Like it grinds my gears. Like, and I think it comes from people knowing that somebody in the comments is gonna say like, "Oh, why her lace look like that?" Or why why his hair ain't never cut when he get on here. Like,
Yeah. So then when you do
y'all,
say
it's
that
like y'all
in the
try
comments,
to hurry up and try to like.
but when you do say that in the comments, it gives me the right to cuss you out
because you done already said
because
it.
I already established it. You see what I'm saying? That's probably why people do it.
Yeah, I know.
I know me. I set
is,
expectations. It's just the expectations. So don't be like, why she always got her hand right here. Like, don't be asking me that. I don't even want my friends to be asking me that.
Girl,
like, girl, Jazz, you need to either like I know I need to either get a new one or find some like maybe some tape. Like, cause it's not like I can see the problem.
And it's
but
not
it doesn't
fixable.
twist anymore. So unless this part twists more, like I don't know. But I've been trying. Every recording I try to figure out what the issue.
Oh, this been happening.
Yes, and I just can't. I be thinking sometimes I'll get it because sometimes they'll stay for the entire show, and I'm like, all right, bet. And then right now though, it's given.
I think that's as low as it's gonna go, right?
No, it's gonna eventually touch my boobs.
But let's set them up there.
No, because then I can't. I gotta be like,
you just gotta
like, but yeah. So looking forward to the Sean Bell coming out.
Did they give a date?
No, they didn't give nothing.
Oh, so you got the exclusive tea?
It's not exclusive tea. It's just it was nothing when it was released. The little documentary look. When it was released, it was nothing. So it was kind of like whatever. I do want to talk about the Drake suing, but as I mentioned, Drake suing is probably gonna be like a part 2 of Culture Friday, and it's just gonna be about Drake. So that's coming up next. But look out for that because we will be diving deep because I read that entire lawsuit thingy.
Okay.
That he did. His was a little short. Shout out to the YSL case.
It's over.
It's finally over. Not guilty on all counts. Stillwell, I believe it was Stillwell. He was found guilty of one count, which he got 10 years, 2 years served, 8 years on probation. So he's going home. I'm not sure if it was a great idea for Thug to leave.
Remember we said
that.
because I remember sitting here saying I think his lawyers would have wanted him to push to hold on. I read something where it said Thug's lawyer said it would have been okay. He just would have had to stay like maybe 3 more months in jail. I don't know if that's true or not, but
they was winning the case.
Right.
That case they were winning.
I think the lawyer was like, just give me 3 more months and we could really, but
yeah, and I know everybody is talking. He probably just didn't want to do another holiday with all his kids too.
And just another 3 months when you already,
and it wasn't even 3 more months.
I know, but it's so crazy. Just it's so crazy, like how like just you can't really ever call it, and when you're on the end of like being like the criminal, you can never call it because I've sat in courtrooms and had things happen, and I've literally watched everybody before me get the same like sentence, I guess, or the same outcome that was lesser than the outcome that I may have, or somebody that I know may have gotten, right? The same kind of scenario, but but then you go up there and it's not that. It's like they hold you to it. So it's like you just can never call
No,
it, man. You can never
because they
call
were
it.
willing to give any of them a plea.
That was a good sign.
It was a sign they was winning that case. I'm sorry. The state is not going to give you a plea for a RICO case if they think they're winning it.
Yeah.
They're not. They're just not. And I just wish Thugga Thugga would have just waited another time. Like,
But you know what? I was thinking about this too. Maybe that didn't need to be the case for him. Maybe he needed to, whatever the outcome is, and of course, that had to be that way because it worked out that way. So I do feel like there's a purpose in that, and I'm like, maybe it had to be the case for him. Maybe he needed to, whatever sentence he got, the 35 years on probation and all that. Maybe that was what he needed. You know what I'm saying?
I also think that like maybe he also, because he took a plea, it was kind of hard to convict anybody else after.
Right. Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he probably really helped everybody get away with
absolutely.
With
absolutely. Of course. Yeah.
Because that case went really fairly quickly.
It seemed like it was 2 weeks later, and everybody knew. Oh, I saw one of the guy's moms. She was talking, and she was just to think like. She was saying like, I ride for my son. She was like, to the very end. She was like, honey, I have came up here every single day. She was like sleeping in the courtroom, falling asleep, having to get, just. And she was like, but I rode for my son because my son, this is what my son told me was probably going to happen. And, I just think it warmed my heart to have, just to see, somebody, the mother and son, a mom really riding out for, their child. Granted, whatever the case may be, but I do, it was good to see like a mother's love, like, but hopefully we all learn, everybody has learned, these rappers. I know it's cute and cool to maybe, because, I was watching something and I watched from the first initial mayor, the lady that had first, started, was like, hey, y'all ain't about to be doing this in my city. You know what I'm saying? She was the mayor who, at some point, she was messing with the man and all that. The actual like mayor, or like she black, kind of like lighter skin. She had went up on the stand. Remember, they had found out that she was messing with somebody. Her when they
talking about the district attorney.
Yes. When she first a couple years ago, when she first got on there and was like, y'all ain't doing this in my city. Y'all rapping about it, all this type of stuff. What she had okay, she had a point, whatever case, she wanted the crimes to be, toned down. My thing about the rappers is, if you are actively criminalizing, being a criminal, doing things, maybe don't rap about it. Maybe wait till you get done, a couple years when you've gotten out of it, then you can rap about it. But I know, but then in a sense, when we think about rap, I feel like it's more respect for the artist who is actually rapping about the things they do. Because we look at rappers like Drake and all of that, who, if he was a rap about, shooting niggas, killing them and all that on the block or whatever, y'all would say it's corny. So it's like, okay, we respect the one who raps, about it when they're actually doing it. But then we turn around and be like, oh, well, you dumb for putting it in your raps. You dumb for putting it in your lyrics when you're doing it, So it's like, which one?
You just wanted to bring Drake up.
No, I'm just saying that's what y'all gonna do. I mean, because that's what I say too. Like, I mean, I don't like when rappers rap about stuff they ain't doing. I think it's like, you know what I mean? But then too, I'm like, I just sat up here and said, if you try not to rap about the stuff that you're doing if you're being a criminal. But it's like,
but why are you being a criminal?
Because that's
Young Thug makes too much money to be out here doing these criminal activities.
I think this, because I was having a conversation with somebody about this. I'll say this. I think that it's almost like when somebody goes to jail, right? And they, they grew up doing a life of crime, period. They in and out of jail all day. We know people who've been in and out of jail. They 80 years old and still going back and forth to jail, right?
Yes.
I do feel like sometimes it's just literally a part of, I'm trying to make like equate the example. I just feel like sometimes it's gonna take a drastic thing for somebody to stop it, no matter how much money they make, what they house they in there, what they life technically, and the choices they can or cannot make or don't have to make anymore. I do feel like sometimes it's just and rap is a very much criminal job. Like it's a very much they're criminals. Like, because that's what we want to hear. We want to hear about selling this on the block and doing this, killing people. That's just what rap. A lot of times, that's what it's violent. That's what it's crime. So it's like, how do you just stop doing? I mean, he been, and this is alleged because I don't know what he done did. You know what I'm saying? But how can you really? You can't really turn that off. I mean, you can.
Yes,
you can for sure. You can for sure.
Do it.
But it's like, okay, cool. I get that, but I don't know. I just feel like, and they be having points to prove. They be having people, to employ. People who been riding with them, people who help them out and get to where they got at. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these people, they need him to still be out there. Some people who is under him and stuff like that, they still need him to be doing whatever allegedly they said he was doing.
They do not need that. But I'm glad everyone is free. Everyone is good. Everyone's back home, especially for the holiday season. I feel like they were back for the holidays.
Oh my God, I want to be in their family because this Christmas, I know they're probably like Thanksgiving went up, but this Christmas for all them,
about to be
New
live.
Year's,
yeah.
Oh my God, Big Meech and all that.
Yeah, Big Meech is back.
This time I need to be in the streets.
Her brother came home before the Thanksgiving. It was a good time for people to get out of jail.
It's a very good time for people to get out there. It is a very good time for people to really be hosting these coming home parties, honey. Who's having a coming home party?
Can I get invited?
I need to be in there, honey.
Like, talking about getting people out of jail, President Joe pardoning his wonderful son. What's your thoughts on that topic in general?
If I was him, I would have did the same exact thing, period.
Okay.
If I was him and I saw, especially now with the election and everything that happened, I'm going to get my son, period. That's just what it is. Now, if things didn't work out the way it did, maybe I would let him sit a little, or whatever happened, I would let him. But honey, yeah, I feel like if my ops is just about to be the president, honey, I'm getting my son, period.
Yeah, me personally, I think that I don't care. Like it's a power that he has,
and why was
and I think that anyone is gonna get their child out. I think if he was gonna be the president again, I still think he would have waited until to his last few months of his second term to be talking about something. I'm a part of my son. So I mean personally, I just think people sometimes get upset because it's a double standard of life. Like this is who you'll complain and talk about Donald Trump doing something like this, but then you turn around and do it. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have just let it be what it is. And I think that's great arguments. However, everyone does what everyone is talking about doing. Everyone sits there and live a double standard. If it benefits you, you're gonna do it. That's anybody. That's why it's about just being yourself. Joey didn't have to say nothing, but Joey could have said back then, I believe in a justice system like the rest of us. But that's my son. And if it was my daughter, my niece, my granddaughter, because they got the last name Biden, I'm gonna get them out.
Yeah,
you would do
Everybody
it too.
gonna do that.
Anybody would do it. I would do it. And I ain't got no kids.
And if I'm the child, if I was his son, you need to come. You need to get this together. Okay. You about to be out of here.
Because my mama said the same thing. My mama said, "I'm gonna pardon you too."
Yeah,
and y'all, my mama big on. I'm not even coming to bail you out.
Yeah.
So the fact that she said, "Oh yeah, I will pardon you too," like I'm gonna knock that out. I'm gonna do that. Like that's what I just be like sitting down thinking like. That is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and overall, here's my thing: if we can elect presidents who got all these To me, the law right now, if a president can be this and that and do this and that and still be the president, this, that, and the third, honey, he's gonna Joe Biden can pardon his son.
Yeah,
like, that's
joking.
just the laws, things, and all that going on right now.
In America, really can't be mad.
Nobody can be. It's a free for all. Okay, just do whatever you want to do. Just hope you don't get caught at this point.
Exactly.
And your life is still going to be good. You're still going to be the president, or the chance to be a president. So.
Exactly.
The possibilities are endless.
I mean, especially if you're a white man.
I'm about to say if you're white, for sure.
Yeah, white man, definitely. A white woman, the woman is what hurts you, you know. But yeah, I think like just for us as Americans or just people, like y'all are so upset that he pardoned his son, but not upset of the next president. Like, those type of logics or things, or not upset on how people are just getting killed in broad daylight, you know, or not upset about, you know, how kids are killing kids. We upset because the president used the power, and I think we just have to start putting our anger and our opinions to things that are actually going to make a difference. Because him pardoning his son changes nobody's life.
None.
It changes no one's life. And if people are going to be like, well, y'all was talking a lot of trash when Donald Trump was doing it, at the end of the day, I'm still talking trash because why was he the president?
Right. And the thing is, people are going to be mad about it. Somebody's always going to be, what they're going to learn, somebody's always going to be mad about something. So it is what it is.
Man, I'm kind of low-key mad at, I'm mad at random states, and I think it's just starting to become more and more now that we have the new president. We're seeing a lot of more racism, a lot of different things happening. But one of the things that I saw was Ohio passing a bill that will forbid transgenders from going into bathrooms that they identify as. So a trans man not going into a male's bathroom, they got to go to a woman's bathroom because they were born as a woman. A trans woman, am I saying that right?
You said a trans man. No, a trans man
that was born a woman.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because I just want to make sure I be trying to do that right.
Because it's
I'll be one because they'll come at your neck, they'll stand on it. But two, I just be confused because when I think of trans man, I'm thinking you a man transitioning, right? That's how I would think of a trans man.
Yeah.
But that's not. It's a woman transitioning to a man. So then it's like, okay, cool. But they're saying like women and men will have trans men and trans women will have to go into bathrooms that doesn't go with the identity but goes with the gender they were born with. And I'm tired of these states trying to dictate what people do as far as when it comes to who they are, when it comes to what they do with their bodies. That's my first thing. My second thing, I hate people who have these thought processes of, what do you want a man in a bathroom with your daughter, and do you want, you know, a woman in a bathroom with your son? And when I was a kid, if I'm not mistaken, if we was with our fathers, we had to go into the male bathroom.
Because I need to see what you. If you a certain age, you're coming into the bathroom with me because I need to make sure, because you're not going to get kidnapped. So,
but right,
yeah,
like when
you going
a little girl goes into the male's bathroom when she's a young age and she's only with her dad. And nowadays, people are like, oh, I just asked somebody, a lady, to take her to the bathroom.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do what it was old school. We going into the bathroom that
I don't know you,
right? But then I also think like I cannot remember. I think I was in California. Actually. I was in Cali.
Probably.
And they had bathrooms that had no gender, like it was just no identity.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral bathroom. So men, women, we were all going in the same bathroom. Right? Like the same door, you can go in. But each stall was as if you were in like an individual bathroom. You couldn't hear the outside, like the walls from top to, it was like an enclosed bathroom stall.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Yes, like, you know how like some stalls got the little opening? No, it was like full door. You walk in, you couldn't hear, it was surround sound type of thing. You couldn't hear, you just heard the little music they playing. You couldn't hear people talking, and then when you
That's
open the
definitely
doors,
some California
yeah,
stuff.
I think it was Cali
For sure.
Yeah, because it blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, we were just all in the same bathroom, but I thought like, this is they doing. Cali is very
They have
form
to.
of being
They're very diverse.
respectful, diversity, inclusion and all that. So I just feel like we need to get more into gender fluent bathrooms. I don't understand why we want to discriminate against people. I just don't get it. Yes, you may not agree with the choices. You may not like it. People like, oh, I don't want them to influence my child. Your child is not going to be influenced by a stranger if you're talking to them. You teach your child. Kids are going to take in what they see. They're going to take in what they hear. But most importantly, they're going to take in what you're saying as their parent.
At home. That's how kids end up racist. Or homophobic. It's
exactly,
at home.
it's at
not like,
home.
because they don't know what's going on.
They just like, oh, this person is being themselves, or oh, this is Isaac Keys. Usually, trans men and trans women are in. They try to look in such. So it's like, how y'all really know that's a woman? Or how y'all really know that's a man? Because and when I say like what they say cis, because you don't want to say real or not. When I say real, I do mean cis. I'm just not about to keep saying that. I'm gonna say real or not. I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna say trans if I'm meaning what other people would think is fake. Because me personally, I think you should be whatever you identify as. Okay.
I just find it so crazy.
I always joke about how I think if you want to identify as a white man and you a black man, but you identify as a white man, you should be able to do that. I truly believe you should be able to identify as whatever you want, especially if you can live the life and do what it needs to be done. Identify as it. But yeah, I just feel like more states, just in our country, we just need to stop worrying about other people and then get more gender fluent bathrooms. Then you ain't got to really worry about who walking in the bathroom because everybody's walking in the bathroom.
Just a soundproof, just the setup period for humanity. I think all bathrooms need to just be
just like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, because then it takes away the judgment. It takes away the discrimination. It literally just,
and you can poop
in
peace.
In peace.
Without having to try to be quiet with it and not, you know what I mean? And being all awkward when you've been in there for too long and people see that you got feet, underneath there, they see somebody in there, then the plop, 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 it's just, I think it's just better for humanity.
Yeah, so I'm more so just like, we're starting already with the attacks on people. We're starting already on the attacks of people, and it's like, for what? And why do we care so much as people? Like, we shouldn't really worry so much about what other people are doing and how people live their lives. And the excuse of influencing your child, I think your child gets influenced more with you than they can with anybody else. They might be more curious, and I think we should never block somebody from being curious of understanding people, because that just allows us to be more well-rounded when you understand people. I think we dive so much into the toxic sense of kids understanding and their curiosity versus looking at the learning aspect and the knowledge that they could gain to become individuals of humanity, that is going to change the world. And we got to just all understand and get along with each other and not judge. What they say, we judge, we listen, and we don't judge. And I just think that we as Americans, we as people, we as just the world and society need to start listening and stop judging, because none of us are perfect. None of us are this spectacular group of people that just live on God's green earth with these beautiful feet and nothing in our spirit of negativity. We all have something that God will probably deem a sin. So who are we to?
For yourself, honey.
So who are we to judge? See, I try not to judge you just now. I tried. Speaking of, also Lizzo, her racial and sexual lawsuits were tossed.
It's just so funny how she went on Kai Cenat's stream, And she got a lot of love, like a lot. She was able to really, I think it was the first time that people can see, just generally, like people in like a different, like really, like, you know, you go on stream, that's you really using your personality, because they be on it for an hour. So it's like you are really like, you know, that's, I feel like you really open, like all the guests that be on stream and stuff like that, you can really see like kind of like their personality.
I might have start streaming.
There's a lot of money in there.
So one of the things I've noticed is, even if there are women streamers, they're not as populated as the males.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to see a Kai or Show Speed is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to see a woman streamer at their level, because we deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'll be that streamer, because I just cannot do half of the stuff that they do. I just don't have the mental capacity to want to do this silly and fun, crazy things. I'm gonna want to talk to y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all, and I don't know if the streamer platform people want to hear people talk. Well, it doesn't no, like, talk like the way I be trying to talk, like, you know, the positiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would have to be very, like, at some point I have to have some negativity. Even though Kai is positive, he does the crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think also people tune into whatever you're already given. So like he came on doing whatever he doing.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so I think
that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like streaming is meant.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
that.
you do have to do some theatrics when they're streaming, because they're, you know, it's just like you gotta do some theatrical stuff. Like you gotta be crazy.
It is, right?
Yeah, I could definitely do stream as far as me coming. Like I would come, you know, to your stream or like turn it up for like a couple hours and then go head home. but yeah, Lizzo, she, you know, she got on there, you know, and she had a great time on there, and like she actually came back. So it's so funny how the lawsuit is, you know, happening literally right after she went on stream.
Well, first and foremost, I like the Snoop Dogg stream.
I didn't see all of it, but I did see some clips.
I like that. I gotta do what Snoop did. But I like that stream. I didn't get to watch her because it was her and SZA, right?
It was her and SZA, and then she came back by herself.
Oh yes, yeah. I didn't get to watch that. But shout out to Kai. He's a great positive role model for these young cats, especially because he talks about God a lot, and I love that for him. So continue to do that. But her case got dropped because it happened in Europe, and U.S. laws has no jurisdiction basically, like in Europe. Now if it would have happened in
why
US,
it take so long for them to drop it then?
I think they had, you know, got to investigate. You got to do an investigation. You got to find out, and then they probably was like, wait, this U.S. and the Europe thing has no, they can't really make it a thing in the U.S. now, because the acts that they're talking about happened in Europe, and whatever law that they're going with, it has no jurisdiction to Europe crimes to come.
Honey, the people should have looked that up before they tried to file the lawsuit. Honey, they should have waited till they got on U.S.
They probably didn't know. You know, they probably didn't realize. You know, she could have known. That's why she, you know, could have maybe allegedly committed the crimes there, because she knew.
I'm about to hit the road, Jack.
Y'all
and I'm not coming back no more.
But shout out to Lizzo, man. I always felt like Lizzo had a great personality. Like, she always felt like she was good people's, and I just feel like when people are not doing what society wants them to do, it's like the moment to like bring them down.
Yeah, it's
like the moment to be like, yeah, no, you're not deemed someone that we should continue to like support. And so I'm glad that she didn't fall into the narrative so much,
and like crashed out.
Like, she was very quiet. She did the you know, preliminary things, but then that was it after that. So I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm happy that Lizzo, her case went well, and she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. The biggest story that I think we've all been paying attention to a little bit more
is what?
Is the UnitedHealthcare CEO who got assassinated in New York City. And the assassin had a silencer His getaway car was a bike. He had custom bullets that said defend, depose, and deny. He's a white male with strong bone features. Who's probably...
Now, what does his bone features got to do with anything?
I was describing him. They have a 10K bounty on his head. And I'm going to just be honest. First and foremost, 10K ain't enough.
That's how much he got paid?
No, 10K is how much they want somebody to snitch on him.
Honey,
10K ain't enough.
let me know. So, how do you? I'm going in there. I know a lot of information.
Oh, you still for 10K
on the shooter, and
you gonna be making it up?
I'm willing to talk
lies,
but I think we should talk numbers.
Oh yeah, talk
and if they was the
talk or no, get more than $10,000.
No, yeah. So
for a silencer.
No, so tell me, like, okay, so you're the person in FBI, and you're like, and I come to you and I'm like, I know who the shooter is.
Who's the shooter?
I think that we should talk numbers first because I am very concerned about my safety.
What numbers? Right now is only a 10K.
Unfortunately, and this is some information you're gonna want to know because I actually know where he's hiding.
Well, now you can be held in contempt because you're holding information that can now save someone.
I mean,
now you can speak conspiracy to murder.
You can take it however you want it.
So now you're going to jail.
But
now you're going to jail.
I'm telling you right now, you
either say something for the 10K or you don't say anything.
You're not going to catch him.
So you're ready. Me. So you're ready to go to jail.
If you don't want to
for the murder of the CEO.
If you think somebody's life is worth $10,000, which I will inform his family that you think his life, their loved one, that father, that grandfather, you think that his life is worth $10,000, then that's okay. And this will be public knowledge.
It's already public knowledge that they offer 10K.
And it's going to be public knowledge that they have somebody who can put this to rest.
Yeah, they're just going to arrest you. I'm done with the role-playing task because they're just going to arrest you.
And just never find the killer.
They'll just continue to research, but now you done got yourself locked up because you money hungry.
I know.
Just don't go in there and say shit.
The thing is, it's a lot of pressure on people, and 10,000 ain't nothing. I definitely think, of course, they're going to lowball right now, but I'm pretty sure if somebody really know the information, they're going to raise that price.
How much money you really trying to get? For
the CEO of enlisting, because it's made, and the way it's, because the people are saying Beat 613 did it. So for this to be as much, high profile and crazy, then Tati
said that?
No, that's what the people on social media was saying. So it's at least gotta be. It can't be what's that, 5 figures? Below 5 figures? No.
It gotta at least be for me. It gotta at least be 6 because the man got away on a bike. His getaway car was a bike. A bike.
Yeah.
He had a silencer. He gives these movies that hire assassins.
Giving B613. That's what the people were saying.
Okay, maybe B613 as well.
So $10,000. No,
they need to be a good. It low key need to be the way that man got away. You need to be giving people $1 million.
To me, a comfortable. Because here's the thing. He was the CEO of UnitedHealthcare.
Yes.
So that's but here's the thing. Them people just like allegedly the operation still went on. UnitedHealthcare was still UnitedHealthcaring. The meeting that the man was going to, they still had the meeting. So they didn't shut nothing down. They did so that's the thing too. It can't be.
But did they know he got killed? Maybe they thought he just was late to the meeting.
No, they knew that he was dead. That man was dead.
Maybe they just thought he was late to the meeting.
And coming from a corporate, standpoint, just corporate jobs and just seeing how things go. Number one, take your PTO. But also, two, because these jobs don't care about you. And that man lost his life and they still had that meeting.
And they were talking about how he was getting threats.
Yeah.
Before the trip to New York.
And he was still walking around without like nothing. And nobody was there to protect them. So it's like, they're not going to pay millions of dollars to find out who killed this man. they gonna go ahead and I would say a good comfortable 50 to 100 is good. I would say that
$10,000 for me to snitch on an assassin with a silencer and a getaway car, a getaway bike. Yeah, I'm good. I give me 100, 150, 500, half a million, quarter a mil. But to give me 10 bands.
But you also have to think about who
bands?
it is, though. It ain't like
I don't care who it is. In a sense of like, when I say I don't care, he was still worth something. He was worth, first of all, he was worth more than $10,000. You know what I'm saying? To his company, I really feel like the company didn't know he was killed until after the meeting. They probably just thought he was late, and then they got the notification, and I feel like the meeting stopped.
That's not what them people said happened.
What people?
The UnitedHealthcare people. It's people who work there.
That work at the place where he was gonna have the meeting.
And the information, what they call down channeled.
And the people who was supposed to be the other C, whatever.
Because here's the thing. In them like corporate spaces, I mean, you get tea.
No, I know, but he was the CEO, so the meeting had to have him. So they had to sit down.
Clearly, it didn't have to.
So they had to sit down and was like, "Oh, he must be late. He must be late." I feel like these people were like, he must be late. I
feel like that could have happened, but I do also feel like okay, if the meeting was at 12 p.m., all this happened at 10 a.m. At the end of the day, it makes sense operationally to still have the meeting because they might want to hurry. Because the meeting could have been very important outside of the what we call it. What's up for discussion. What they call it, like the topics or whatever. Those could have been important, but also they really do now have to really. Well,
they really needed to have the meeting because the CEO was killed and they need an active CEO. But that's why I feel like they started to do the little meeting part that talks about business,
and then they said,
they got a phone call and was like, wait. It was him.
Let's change directions here. Let's change the itinerary. Let's table this topic because now we have something. We have something more pressing on.
Let's change the agenda, and we're not laughing at this man getting killed.
That's what I meant to say. Agenda.
Oh, agenda.
Yes.
Oh, I ain't know what you was talking about. But please, prayers to his family.
Yeah, because it's so crazy.
Because it's sad. No one should ever have to lose their life.
Over what though?
Would it say defend, depose, and deny? That's what the bullet said.
But you know what? Here's what I will say. Because I work in healthcare. I have for years. I will say this. The system of healthcare, when it comes to the insurance and stuff, definitely needs to be a discussion. Because
it's worth killing for?
I would say, here's a scenario. It's so many people who have these just ailments and illnesses and this, that, and the third. The insurance piece of it is the hardest piece. Like, okay, you have the clinical stuff, and then you have people like me who bridge the gap with like information from the clinical stuff too that sometimes either go to the insurance company. That stuff has to be billed in a timely manner. I've seen times where even if I don't do something on time, this person now, they get a bill for thousands and thousands of dollars. Sometimes if you say there's something wrong with you and you need an MRI and you need one, like you just had one done like 3 months ago, something not right and all that, sometimes your insurance company is not going to pay for you to have a whole nother MRI, and that could be a life-saving situation. So it's just a lot of stuff that happens, and people die behind stuff like that. So if you a loved one or a situation, it makes you crazy.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, y'all better watch out.
People are getting crazy, and they taking what they want, and they making people pay for they suffering. So,
cause I seen Blue Cross Blue Shield. Now I don't know if this is true because I didn't really dive into it, but allegedly, because this is all alleged, Blue Cross Blue Shield in certain like New York, Connecticut, and somewhere else was like they're gonna stop
About the
paying
anesthesia
for certain anesthesia.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I said, just when I thought I was getting my body done.
but just don't get it done anyway.
And that's so crazy. I just had a consultation the other day with somebody, with a doctor in New York.
You better not do it.
He said he was gonna charge me $13,500 for my little bit of stuff that I wanted done.
And see, $10,000 to snitch ain't even enough to pay.
And
for
ain't
surgery.
even enough to pay for that.
And then you talking
and
about?
I know who killed that man. See, that's just a piece of how stuff be.
But Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield,
from the CEO,
Humana, Cigna.
Actually, I always felt like Cigna insurance was always amazing, for real.
I don't know much about them. I don't think I come across Cigna a lot.
Yeah, I used to have Cigna. I've
now,
always had Cigna. Cigna has always right now I have Affordable Care Act or whatever it's called.
No, the VA and all that.
I don't like them.
Y'all need it now. The insurance, I'm telling y'all, the insurance, first of all, have insurance if you can.
The VA is trifling.
So, yeah. So, anyway, moving on. Rest in peace to that man, though, and his family for sure. And,
for sure.
And I think this also goes to show when you work in these jobs, just period, when it's dealing with the public, dealing with people's health, dealing with people's money, dealing with anything that affects a person a lot, just be careful, because these shooters are going up in hospitals, they're going up in banks, they're going up in, insurance places. And people want what they want, regardless. That's one thing I learned. Like, people want what they want. So just be mindful of that and carry a strap. Period. Legally.
Before we go, just some old releases, new releases. I just want to talk about NLE Choppa said he's dropping an R&B album before the end of the year. I like his antics, so I might low key listen to it.
I love his song. I like that song.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him transition to a little R&B, see what that looks like.
What he gonna be doing?
R&B.
Like singing?
R&B. I don't know what that entails. I'm not him. I didn't do it.
He probably gonna give maybe like a Bryson Tiller, even though it's like trap soul, but he'll probably get like the singing rap.
He said R&B. He said he's giving us an R&B album on
probably
his
a bunch of auto-tune.
Kendrick and SZA tour 2025.
I think we can merge that conversation, because I have thoughts about that with the Drake thing.
Oh, you have thoughts about that tour?
I have thoughts about the whole situation. So yeah,
but what does the tour have to do with Drake?
Because
we'll table that. Mm-hmm. But these are what I want to say. Coco Jones gave us a little mini Christmas album.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, like a couple of songs, a couple of Christmas songs. Check it out.
I'm a stream.
And I'm always gonna be my favorite time to shout out people I know. But one of my friends dropped a song, "Falling in Love." It's one of her new singles. Dana J is DANAJAYY. Dana J. Check her out on all platforms. Fallin', that's FALLIN, and then In Love. Just a new single, man. Grammy nominated Dana J. You feel me? So go check out the young boy. Go check out the kid. It's a great song. Falling in Love, FALLIN, and then In Love.
By who?
Dana J.
Okay.
Dana J. So check out her single. I'm happy that she's finally giving us a little bit of music. Once again, like I said, Grammy nominated. So go check out my good sis. Be on the lookout for the Culture Friday Drake versus UMG and Spotify coming to YouTube near you. With that being said, just know that you're loved and you're appreciated. And everything that you can learn within this episode is.
I'm about to say, what's the last thing? Because we talked about a lot of things
very quickly. I would say, honestly, the overall lesson, based off of what we talked about, because there's little lessons in all of them.
You supposed to be locked and loaded.
I think because the topics that we talked about, I put the lesson with it.
Okay.
So to think about an overall
Oh,
lesson,
that encompasses all the lessons.
yeah, to come up with one lesson as a whole. Honestly, I would just, say God is in control. Every situation we talked about, I believe that it all falls into God, from YSL case to Lizzo to the UnitedHealthcare to Ohio passing laws. Everything is about the Lord Savior. Like God giving us our first black soap opera. So God is always in control. That is the lesson that I'm gonna give for this episode. With that being said, you're loved and appreciated.